everyone, to another HubSpot Masterclass with me, Andy Gibbons, and I'm delighted to be joined by Kerry again today. Really good topic this morning. Delighted to bring Kerry back for another webinar after the success of your last one.
Thanks,
Managed to
Andy.
bring you back in for another one, mainly to discuss an area that or a topic that we didn't get chance to do last time, really, which is, as you can see on screen here, social media ads. So this is going to be a great plan for this morning. It's perfect for marketers, for business owners, even salespeople, I would say, as well, because it's perfect for lead gen, social media advertising. Kerry's got lots to cover. Okay, going to go through like the benefits of social media ads, using the ads dashboard in HubSpot, how to create audiences, reporting, and everything in between. There's going to be so much more to go through as well. So really looking forward for Kerry to go through this today. Plan, as always with our masterclasses, is to finish at 11 o'clock. Okay, for those that were here for Kerry's last time, we did go over quite a little bit. Okay, so we may go over again today. There's a lot to go through, but that is the rough plan, is to finish at 11. But we are going to stick around afterwards as well. So feel free, if you've got any questions throughout, we're going to go through quite a lot. Pop them in the chat. We'll try and cover them as we go. Ultimately, we're going to stick around for a good 10-15 minutes afterwards. So every question that you ask in the chat will be answered on today's call. If you do have to dash off at 11 or soon after, this is being recorded as well. So don't worry, you'll get a copy at the end as well, and you can go back and watch watch it all back, or any bits that you missed as well. Okay. So first things first. Now I know the chat is working because Jamie's already helped us in that sense, but I would like to ask, just to get a bit of a consensus of the group this morning, of so first question I'm going to ask, and you put the answers in the chat, is who here is actually using social media ads, not necessarily in HubSpot, but who is investing currently in social media advertising? Jamie is, that's good. Anybody else? Sarah's not. S4AR. Seth is. Martin isn't. It's around 50-50 currently. Let's see what anyone else. Not at the moment. No. Okay. So some are, some aren't. Okay. The ones that are you using HubSpot to do it as well? That's a follow-up question to Seth, Grace, Jamie. No. Okay, this is going to be great. Just gives us a little bit of a consensus to where to go with this today, and what bits to cover, what bits to focus more on as well. So that's great. Yeah. So the general consensus is not everybody is using social media ads, and the ones that are not necessarily using it in HubSpot either. Okay. Obviously, Grace says it's linked, but the Meta's Business Suite see the analysis as well, which is good. Okay. So thanks everybody for that. Now, as always with these, if you've been to one before, we always like to start with a little bit of an introduction into ourselves. Okay. JDR Group, if you don't know, are an inbound marketing agency with our background is in business coaching, been established 20 years this year. Been using HubSpot. I've been using it probably every day for the past 12 years as our main system. I think you probably have as well, Kerry, similar amount of time in the marketing
it's been
side.
A while.
I know. We're both part of the furniture here, you see.
We are.
It's both your 15 years this year as well. I think it is, isn't it?
Been here longer than that, Andy. I think we're on
Okay.
16.
Oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah.
Time flies, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
So we're well-established members of JDR, and as I say, we've been using HubSpot for a number of years now. We've been partners with HubSpot for 10, elite partners for 2 years now. And there's 3 primary ways in which we help our clients today. With HubSpot specifically, a lot of you may have come to know us through actual sort of the setup when you purchase HubSpot. One of the kind of prerequisites, particularly when you purchase a professional subscription, is you do have to purchase some level of onboarding. That's something that we provide the setup, the training. Also for existing HubSpot users as well, we do provide ongoing training. If you feel you're not getting the most out of the tool or it's being underutilized, we do offer bespoke training consultancy as well. But with our day-to-day, we are an inbound marketing agency. What that basically means is we are a marketing department for small to medium-sized businesses. Okay, providing businesses support not only with their marketing strategy, but actually having the resources in-house to help execute it. Some of you will be using those services as well. You may recognize some of the people on here that you may work with on a day-to-day basis, but whether that's help with your SEO, your paid advertising, your social media, you'll be dealing with Kerry. If we write your content, you'll be dealing with our content team as well. Okay, so lots and lots of ways in which we can help. What I'm going to do, because if you would like to chat about any of these three services or how we can help, I'm going to pop a link to my diary in the chat. Okay, this is this shows how busy I am. It's the run up to Christmas. Okay, don't have any available dates in November. That's scary, actually. Is it December next week? No, it's a little way away.
Very soon.
But there's lots of availability in December. Okay, so I'm going to pop a link into the chat. I'm going to stop the share as well. I'm going to get Kerry to dive in. So let me just send that link there. Feel free to book in. Okay, and yeah, let's get underway, Kerry.
Brilliant. I hope everyone can see my screen okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that okay? Brilliant. So what I'm going to start with is what we plan to go through today, just as a reminder. So we're going to go through the benefits of connecting social media ads to HubSpot, navigating HubSpot's ads dashboards, and a few things that I wanted to highlight, creating custom audiences in HubSpot, and then targeting the most valuable audiences for your business. I also wanted to spend some time going beyond clicks and impressions, so you can see which leads were created by which social media ads and look at the reporting side of things as well. So let's dive straight in. Okay, so starting with the benefits of connecting your social media ads. When it comes to managing social media ads, integrating your ad platforms directly into HubSpot can actually revolutionize how you plan, execute, and measure campaigns. So we're quickly going to explore the key benefits, both for marketers and for business owners. So the first thing that you get from connecting your social media ads in HubSpot is centralized data. So you can actually view performance across all platforms in one place. Anyone that joined last time will be aware of this because we touched on that last time. And you can gain actionable insights much faster. So you can do things like track impressions, clicks, and conversions at just a glance. You can compare performance across different platforms, spot trends faster to optimize your strategy. The next thing is enhanced targeting. So HubSpot CRM takes ad targeting to the next level by syncing your ads with your CRM. You can target audiences with precision using data like previous interactions, create lookalike audiences based on your best customers, retarget leads and prospects with messaging tailored to their exact needs. So this results in much higher quality leads and more effective campaigns as well. So the next thing that's great about connecting your ads in HubSpot is you get a measurable ROI. So unlike standalone ad platforms, HubSpot connects ad data to your contacts and deals. This means you can see your true ROI by answering questions like how many deals did your LinkedIn campaign close? Which ad group contributed to the most revenue? What's the cost per lead per customer? I know that sometimes if you're having to log into Meta Ads Manager and then into LinkedIn's Ads Manager, etc., it can be quite difficult to gather all of that data. With HubSpot, everything's there in one place and you can analyze everything in one go.
The marketer's dream, isn't it? Having
everything all
in one place. And actually,
It's what we all want.
having the ability to track it and measure it in the first place, because marketing traditionally, and I know from your role, is marketing is historically relatively intangible, isn't it? You know, it's
It
very
can be,
difficult to
yeah,
measure the
especially.
performance, the success of it. The one thing I would also add as well to this before you carry on, Kerry, is that
Yeah,
everything that we've talked about today is available at every level of
that's a
HubSpot,
good point,
every
Andy.
subscription level. Okay, so you can link your ads account even with a free HubSpot account as well. Okay, some of the stuff that Kerry's going to go through is at professional level and above,
Mm.
but the bulk of what we're talking about today can be done even at the free tool as well.
Yeah, which is amazing. This little graphic here actually shows you just how easy it is to see the data. So we're going to jump into the dashboard shortly, but this was just to show you how easily you can see your contacts, your customers that have come through from the ads. So another huge benefit to connecting in HubSpot is that you can nurture leads and deliver value, and you can integrate seamlessly with workflows and emails. And I'm going to show you how you can do that when we log into the dashboard. Automation for efficiency. So with HubSpot, you can automate repetitive tasks like syncing ad leads directly to your CRM, sending follow-up emails or adding leads to workflows, and turning manual data entry into a thing of the past, really. So I'm going to show you a little bit later how you can trigger follow-ups and workflows. It's super easy to do within HubSpot's Ads Manager. I've got a little diagram here that's going to show you what you can expect us to look at once we move across to the dashboard. So we did cover HubSpot's dashboard very briefly in the last webinar, but what I wanted to do today was just highlight some key things that people are often not aware of. So HubSpot actually offers attribution reports. Now, HubSpot attribution reports can help us understand how ads influence the buyer's journey, giving us a clear view of what's working at each stage of the buyer's journey. So I'm going to spend some time showing you that. The next thing is Facebook ad sequences. So again, anyone that was with us last time will know that HubSpot does offer Facebook ad sequences. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that today, but I just wanted to give you a reminder that that is available because it is super useful. And then a campaign performance breakdown. So we can identify high performing platforms and campaigns super quickly with HubSpot. So here's an example of what we're going to be looking at. So this is just a screenshot of the attribution report that we're going to dive into right now. So let's take a look. Hope my internet's not too slow. So this is the Ads Manager dashboard. For anybody that wasn't here before, I'll just quickly go over what you can see here. So here you can see as soon as you land on the dashboard, you've got clear data as to how all of your ads are performing. So if you just wanted to quickly say, okay, how many new contacts have I got? How many new customers have I got? You just log in and there's the information for you. You can also include your Google Ads as well. So we've got Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google Ads data, and also Instagram, which is absolutely fantastic. So as I mentioned earlier, HubSpot does actually offer you information about all your ad interactions. So something that people forget is here is the attributions report. Um, what that does is tell you exactly at what touch point people saw your ads. So it lets you know if you've got a customer come through, sorry, a contact come through, whether they saw you at the first ad interaction, whether this is their last ad interaction, whether there's somebody that's re-engaging with your ads, so that you can really understand at what stage your ads are working. So for first ads interaction, it helps you understand, okay, what ads are grabbing attention. So if you select this here, you can see how many contacts and ultimately how many customers came through via your first ad interaction and so on. So for last ad interaction, it reveals which ads have been driving conversions. The re-engagement shows how well you're staying in front of your audience. And then you've got the all ad interactions here as well. So you can see how many new contacts or customers you've received and how many of those were part of all of the ad interactions. You can also go into each of your campaigns and dive deeper into the data here. So here we've got the campaigns. I'll just show you here. You can flip between Google Ads and LinkedIn. You can click into the campaigns to analyze all of the information that's there. Obviously, we can't do that today because we've got a limited amount of time, unfortunately. You can actually see as well how many contacts have come from your ads and how many of those have ultimately resulted in customers. So what would happen here is if you were to click contacts or customers, we can't do it now for data protection reasons, but you'd actually be shown the exact contacts that came through from your ads. So you'd be able to trace their buyer's journey. So if we go back to the slides, this is how you can expect it to look. So when you click on contacts, you'll be given a list, and then you can click on each individual contact and take a look at actually which ad they selected. So here, for example, rather than offline sources, it would say Facebook ad or LinkedIn ad, and then you can actually trace exactly what they've done. So if they clicked on your LinkedIn ad, for example, and then they signed up to your blog, you'd be able to see that here. Your team would be able to log in and make notes. So for example, it might say, call the client on this date. So this is super, super useful. If we just go back into the ads now.
Just on a quick one while you do that, to
Yeah.
get the full detail of the customers, this is, if you're a marketer, this is where you need to put pressure on your salespeople to use the CRM correctly, okay? Because the customer is basically allocated when the life cycle stage becomes a customer, okay? So you can have automation that automates that process, but most businesses that use the CRM will have deal pipelines, and when they become a customer, that will edit that one. So we know the source and we can get the accurate data off the back of it from that side as well. So I just want to make that point that it's because a lot of people might see this and think, oh, is it just e-commerce or anything like that? But most of what you can see here, we're a B2B company. It's
Mm.
basically reliant on me and a couple of colleagues to update
Yeah.
the CRM to allocate where customers are coming from as well. So just wanted to clarify that as well.
Great. Thanks, Sanjay. So yeah, I think most of this, if you joined last time, we went through this in detail. If you didn't join last time, we have got a recording of the last webinar where we go through this data in a bit more detail. So please feel free to watch that. But what I'd like to do now is actually show you and talk to you about custom audiences. Because with HubSpot's custom audience features, you're not just running ads, you're delivering personalized experiences to the right people at the right time, which is what we want. Obviously, that's going to maximize your ROI, and it's going to also help with customer experience. So if we just dive back into the slides, the first thing that creating custom audiences does for you is create seamless integration with your CRM. So HubSpot leverages the power of your CRM to create custom audience effortlessly. You can target users based on where they are in the life cycle stage, whether they're a lead, a marketing qualified lead, or a customer, without even leaving HubSpot. So you can also segment by specific data, such as past interactions. So for example, if somebody has clicked on a particular blog, you can retarget them. It makes retargeting super simple. So retargeting is one of the most effective ways to re-engage people who are already familiar with your brand, who have already visited your website. So let's say someone visited your pricing page but didn't convert. With HubSpot, you can show them an ad offering that's relevant to what they've already clicked on, so a limited time discount or even a demo or something like that would work really well, and it builds loyalty by reconnecting with existing customers. The next thing that's great is that you can expand your reach by finding audiences finding audiences that are similar to your best customers. So I'm going to show you how you can do that as well. Unfortunately, LinkedIn has actually removed this feature, but you can still do that with Facebook, which is really good. The other great thing is you can have strategic targeting. So the ultimate goal is to target the most valuable audiences with your ads. So those that are most likely to convert or bring a higher ROI. HubSpot is going to help you to do this. It combines audience targeting with inbound tactics like offering a free consultation to create ads that resonate and drive really meaningful actions. So it's really good at tying everything together with all of your other marketing efforts. The other great thing is that you can focus on people who have already interacted with your key content, such as pricing pages, webinars, or case studies, because these individuals are actually closer to making a decision and they're actually more likely to convert. It's also going to help you to reconnect with your customers. So you can run ads that are going to encourage repeat business or introduce new products to your current customers. So if you've already got some customers that you want to obviously get to spend a little bit more, it's really good to retarget them and let them know what else you've got to offer them. So we've got just an example here of what we're going to go through. So I'm actually going to show you how you can create a custom audience based off things like your website visitors, contact lists, company lists, and obviously your lookalikes as well. So let's just jump into that. Okay, so to create a custom audience, what you would do is just click create here, and then you would go to audience. Super simple. So if we use website visitors as an example, if you want to create a custom audience that is specifically targeting previous website visitors, you can do that here. So if we say that we're doing this for LinkedIn, we'll select a page from the website. So if we go with the blog, and then let's select a specific blog, we'll go with this one. There's two. Okay, and LinkedIn will automatically make sure that it's people that have visited within the last 90 days, so we don't need to do anything here. And what you would do then is just name your website list and click create audience, and it's as simple as that. I'm not going to do that today because this is just for demonstration purposes. And once you've done that, that list will appear here within your audiences. Did anybody have any questions about that or anything?
Don't think so.
No? Okay, the next thing, if nobody's got any questions then that I'd like to do is go through actually setting up a ad campaign from scratch. So if we just dive back in to the dashboard, we can do that. So once again, you're going to go to create. And if we start with ad campaign, we can do everything from the very beginning. So do you remember earlier that I mentioned the ad sequences that Facebook offers? You can select to create an ad sequence here, where you could create an attract ad, a conversion ad, and then a closing ad. We're not going to go through the details of how you do that today, but if that's something you want to know more about in the future, then please let us know. What we're going to do today is just give an example of a lead generation ad. So if we select LinkedIn and then go for next, what you would do is make sure you've selected the right account, select an image. We're short on time today, so I'm not going to do that. Another great feature that LinkedIn offers is actually an AI assistant. So you can use this to help you create your LinkedIn ad copy super quickly. So if I say here, create engaging ad copy for a guide about how to
This is
get
available in Pro and Enterprise for marketing. So you get the AI
great
assistant.
indeed.
Any marketing professional users, you get access to the AI assistant as well. It's not available on Starter, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry, Andy, forgot to
No,
say
it's all right. It's all
that.
right.
Okay, so we've inserted that, and then it's also going to generate a headline for us, which is great. So if we'll select these, obviously you would spend a lot more time making sure that the AI content is correct. But again, this is just example purposes. And then if we select download, so you've got lots of options there. Obviously, I'm just doing this today as an example. What you would then do is select an appropriate lead form. You can also create a new one if you need to. And then once we've done that, we would move on to targeting. So you can select your location. We'll go for United Kingdom. Make sure that you've got the right languaging set up. And then here's where you can actually add your audiences. So you can go with one of your retargeting audiences. You can set up a new audience. You could go with a lookalike audience. But for example purposes today, we'll go with a contact list that we've already created. So this would fall into the audiences that I've just shown you earlier how to create. So we're going to go with HubSpot or contacts and then save that. And then once that's done, you would move on to budget and schedule. Obviously, this is an example, but if you were going to have a budget, you'd input it here. And then next, sorry, Andy, we're going
No,
to
I
say
was going to say
something.
just on budgets because there's quite a few people that don't do paid social advertising.
Yeah,
Facebook ads and Instagram, they've got a minimum spend of £1 a day, and LinkedIn is £8 a day as well.
yeah,
If you
LinkedIn is a
don't do
little
it,
bit more expensive. Okay, so this is where you can set up your automation. So you've created your ad, you've set up your targeting, you've input your budget, and now I'm just going to give you a quick overview of how you can set up some basic automation so you can decide what's going to happen once somebody has selected that ad and chosen to download a guide. Now, here you can select a team member that you want to be notified when that action has happened. So
yeah.
if somebody's downloaded a guide, will from JDR will now be notified. You can create a list so that once somebody interacts with that ad, they're automatically added to this list. So if we just call this list S, and then it's super simple. You can just create a workflow here. So if we select create this workflow, it will allow us to do that. So it's super, HubSpot make it super simple. The steps are really easy to follow. So it's letting you know here, okay, they've completed the form for your guide. And I'm just going to delete this so you can see what options you're then given.
This is also available at Starter, which is a great advantage because a lot of automation isn't available until Professional. So
Yeah,
with
that's true.
Starter with ads, you only get 10 actions in a workflow. With any
Mm.
Professional or Enterprise subscription, it's unlimited actions in a workflow. So you are limited to 10 actions, but if it was even just a simple notification, that can be done easily with a Starter tool as well. Just before you carry on, um,
Mm-hmm.
Kerry, Jamie has asked a question and Paula
Okay.
has as well. So if you
Okay.
don't want to put customers through a lead form,
Mm-hmm.
can you redirect to a link instead? Mainly because they've got a custom tailored quoting system on their website that offers different prices.
You can do. So, sorry, do you mean can you send them to your own sort of landing page?
Yes.
Yes, you can do that. Obviously, it'd be a slightly different process, but you can send them to your own landing page if that's what you would rather do. Does that answer that question?
I think it does.
Yeah.
Paul has also asked, just while we're on, did you say before you can't create audiences on LinkedIn, or is it just the lookalike audiences you can't create?
Sorry, I should have made that clearer. You can create audiences. What you can no longer do is create lookalike audiences. So lookalike audiences are audiences that look like, for example, your perfect customer. So if you've got somebody that's purchased before, previously on LinkedIn, you could create an audience that targets people that look exactly like that purchaser, so that you know that you're targeting somebody that's likely to also buy from you. LinkedIn has now taken away the ability for you to do that, but you can still do that in Facebook. But all of the other audience features are still available. I hope that answers that question for you.
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay,
Yeah.
brilliant. That's great. So yeah, so here you can decide what happens next. So if you want to send an email to that person and set up an email workflow, you can. If you would rather do something internally within the CRM, such as create a task, you can select that as an option. And then you've also got things such as marketing records that you can update as well. So obviously it's completely up to you what you want to do once somebody has completed a form, but I just wanted to show you the options that are available and just how easy it is really for you to set up workflows and automate things. Okay, so did anybody have, sorry, any questions on that before we go
Paula just
into
asked
the,
a follow-up question on
okay.
the lookalike audiences, can you manually insert the characteristics for LinkedIn?
You can. What you'd have to do then is put them through as more of like the demographics, if that makes sense to you. Or let's say you'd put in their age, their interests, the attributes about where they work and things like that if it was on LinkedIn. So you can still, try to create an audience that's very similar. I hope
Uh,
that answers that question.
and Jamie's just asked, what are the CRM options for the workflow? They are normally lead notifications and things like that, I think, aren't they, Kerry? If memory
Yeah, the
serves.
ones that I use with regards to the ads would be lead notifications, and I'd usually log in and see what's happening with those particular leads. Hope that answers that for you.
But I don't know whether if you can, because there's multiple options that you've got with the CRM tools, but it's mainly kind of like the yeah, like we've talked about the notifications. Also create tasks for people as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Sorry, would you like me to go back to that and just show you that
just show it
again?
because I
Yeah.
can't remember off the top of my head all the
Yeah,
specific options. But
that's
yeah,
fine. So here we are. So you've got communications, so you can send an email. So that would be an email to that contact. So for example, once they've downloaded a guide, you could send them an email saying, I hope you enjoyed the guide. Here's another guide, or I hope you enjoyed the guide. Would you like to join our webinar? And so on. You can also send internal notifications. And then you've also got CRM options. So if you wanted to create or update a record, you can do that. And then you've also got marketing options. So you can add that ad to an audience or a new list, remove from static lists. I hope that's answered that for you.
yeah. I've done
Yeah.
it with a couple of clients recently with paid social where you can see the rotate record. So they've got like a sales team of maybe 5 people, and what happens
Right.
is every time they get a paid social lead, is it automatically allocates to between the 5 of them. So it goes one, two, three, four,
Yeah, you
five, then
can
it goes
set,
back and it goes
yeah,
like that. So you can create, and obviously it creates the contacts in the deal screen as well.
yeah, 100%. Is that is that
I
okay
think
with
that is
everybody?
everyone.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people that Alex has had to dash, but I think pretty sure we're
Ah,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Brilliant. We'll just dive back in. It's I'm conscious of the time. It's obviously 11 o'clock now. I hope everybody's able to stay. What I'm going to do now is go over the reporting side of things.
Yeah. If anyone does have to go, please feel free to do so. We're going to carry
No,
on. It's been recorded, and we'll send the recording out in a few days' time afterwards. So that's fine.
great. So what I want to talk about is how you can go beyond clicks and impressions. So with HubSpot, you can track leads that are created by specific ads, which I talked about earlier. So HubSpot lets us track how specific ads have led to actions like form submissions, downloads, or inquiries. So you can tie your ads directly to form submissions and downloads. You can also connect leads to revenue. So you can attribute deals and revenue to specific campaigns and really understand which campaigns are working for you. So which are bringing in higher value leads, which are underperforming, etc. They also offer closed loop reporting. So it's a system that connects your marketing efforts to actual business outcomes. So it really closes the loop between the marketing and the sales process by tracking what happens after a lead interacts with your marketing campaigns. And the other great thing is that you can actually optimize your ads with actionable data. So finally, you can use data to optimize your campaigns. You can invest more in ads that are delivering on your goals, such as quality leads and refining those that aren't necessarily delivering what you want. So here's an example of a diagram, a report that you can get in HubSpot. So this shows obviously that LinkedIn is definitely outperforming the Google Ads side of things, and they're getting a lot more customers back from LinkedIn. So this is the kind of data that you can expect to see within HubSpot's ad reporting. Did anybody have any questions there? No? Another great thing you can do is analyze leads and sales from paid social media. So you can really drill down on what leads have come from which ads. And what I'm going to do now is just go into the dashboard for you so you can have a quick look. So the The dashboard is here. You can analyze all of your results. So obviously we've got an example set up for you here. So you can see it will show you your total ad spend, how much you've spent over time, um, how many impressions and clicks you've got from the ads, and how many contacts, and importantly, how many customers that's resulted in over a certain period of time. So it's super useful data, really, really easy to access, all in one place. You can get Facebook, LinkedIn, and your Google Ads campaigns data all in one place so that you can make comparisons. So I've selected those now. So as you can see, we've got the ad spend over time on Google Ads and LinkedIn and Facebook. Um, if we scroll down, this is super useful. You can actually see the campaigns that have had the highest cost per click and also those that have had the lowest cost per click as well. So again, that's going to help you make some really important decisions about what you want to do with regards to your ads targeting and which campaigns are working best for you. Does anybody have any questions on that side of things?
Don't think so.
No?
Explaining it very easily.
Good, good. I also wanted to show you that actually within HubSpot, as well as within the Ads Manager, there's actually another reporting section. So if you look on the left-hand side of your dashboard and click on reports, you can actually get data that compares how well your ads are performing in comparison to your other marketing efforts. And I know a lot of my clients find this super useful. So I just wanted to make everybody aware that this exists. So you can get data like this and also like this, which I think is so useful to have. So you can look at how your paid social has performed with regards to how many new contacts and how many new customers in comparison to things like organic search. And this is going to really help you to justify the spend on the paid social side of things and also decide, where you want to invest more money across the whole campaign, really. So, yeah, just to remind you, this is actually here. So it's under reports, and it's something that I think marketing teams especially will be
Mm.
really interested in using. So unless anyone's got any questions, I just wanted to share these other useful links. Are there any questions from anybody, Andy?
Don't think so. No.
No?
Just to confirm with everybody, obviously with the ads tool, social media ads, we're able to use LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to put those links, Jamie, in the chat in just a second.
Thank you.
The other obviously major platform that HubSpot doesn't do at the moment is TikTok. Okay, which is
Yeah.
really big up, and it's something that is in. It's the most requested feature in the HubSpot at the moment is to have TikTok as part of the ads manager. They have
Mm,
released an ads like an integration where it can sync the contacts that you generate from TikTok. So if you do TikTok advertising, it is coming and it will be in the ads manager soon. I'm sure of it with HubSpot, but it's not available
yeah.
yet. But there is a little bit of a workaround currently. So just
Yeah.
wanted to add that as well. Let me get all of these up on. I don't know whether you can do that, Kerry, because I just wanted to um, wrap up by
Okay.
offering people. Let me just have a get it here.
Do you want
So,
me to stop my share, Andy, or?
yeah, so I'm going to just quickly before whilst everyone's still here
Hmm.
is it's a little bit of an exclusive bonus for everyone that stuck around. Okay, if
Okay.
you can put those links in the chat, is Kerry has been working very hard with some of the team here at JDR, and we have a new guide to how to use social media for business. Okay, this is not live on our website currently. You can't get access to it, so all of you've got a bit of a sneak peek at this. So I'm going to send a link in our chat now,
Thanks, Andy.
and that's gone to everyone. So feel free to download that. You'll be the first ones to do so. Okay. Yeah, let us know what you think. Obviously, it covers everything: what platforms, what content, how to get measured results. Obviously, it's going to be great for businesses that maybe aren't, like a lot of you at the moment, aren't using paid social, but maybe want to improve the social media strategy in general. There's going to be some great resources in there as well. Um, the next webinar that we do, just a bit of admin on that as well, is going to be on how to use HubSpot for outreach. Okay, so outbound prospecting, outbound lead generation, HubSpot. So great for salespeople, great for business owners. and it'll be a bit different as well because Kerry won't be here. Emma will be back, and I won't have a moustache anymore. I can get rid of it. I've only got what have I got? 10 days left before it can
Not
go.
long to go.
Not long to go at all. No, yeah. So we've got a couple of. I think we've got another question. I see in the Q&A. So just very quickly before we do go, Susan has asked, is there a way to export specific customers' lists on LinkedIn to HubSpot in order to send it emails? So, for example, platforms like Apollo or Lusha.
I believe there is. I can't remember off the top of my head how I would do that, but I've definitely exported lists before. So that could be something that we could send you an email about. I just need to remind myself how I did it, if that's okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been a while.
fine. Yeah, no problem at all. And Hannah's asked, have you got a link to the previous webinar that Kerry's been referring to? Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. So let me just get those up now because I'll put them all in the chat now. Let me just get them up.
thanks,
Bear with
Andy.
me. So I'll put all those links. So there's a link to the new guide. I'll get so social media for business, social media marketing replay. That's the one I wanted. It's all right. It's going to start. It's going
Got
to start.
it.
It's going to start playing on YouTube. Bear with me. Pop it in the chat now.
Thanks,
Everybody,
Andy.
there is the link, the YouTube link to the previous webinar. Okay. Hopefully everyone can have that now. So there's the two guides. So you've got the social media for business guide. Feel free to click the link to that, and there's the YouTube link as well. Okay. So if you click those links, they'll export and they'll stay in there as well. Okay. And Susan, if you can email Susan afterwards,
Uh,
Kerry, that would
yeah, I
be
was just
great.
going to say, have we got an email address, if that's
Yeah,
okay?
I'm sure we'll be able to
Brilliant.
find
Thank you.
Susan. I'll
That's
make a
great.
note of your name, Susan, and then we'll get back to you
Thank
there.
you.
Thank you, everybody, for attending today. It's been very in depth, lots to go through. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, so hopefully we'll see you all next month, the last one of the year. And I am determined to bring Kerry back for another one next year as well. So hopefully we'll all be able to see Kerry again soon. All right. Thanks, everybody. And
Thanks,
we'll see
guys.
you next time. All right.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Bye.
everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.